Hello, Coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Ilkay Gundogan, as it has been reported that Ilkay Gundogan undergoes medicals ahead of Barca move and will have a 500 million euro release clause. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Clement Lenglet, as it have been reported that Tottenham Hotspur have doubts over the 40 million euro rated defender. Of course, they have doubts over a possible move for the player as they are looking for alternative. This comes as a big blow for Barca. We are also going to be discussing on that news. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Over the past few hours, Barcelona have made major strides in their pursuit of Manchester City captain Ilkay Gundogan. It is believed that Ilkay Gundogan have already signed the contract with FC Barcelona and the deal is done. Of course, coming as a free agent, with the club offering him guarantees over his registration post July 1st. Barcelona's director Matteo Alemany did travel to Munich, where Gundogan was currently, to complete the final details and seal the deal. With the move on the cusp of completion, Mundo Deportivo has come forward with yet another positive update on that matter. The report claims that Ilkay Gündoğan has already completed his medicals in Germany ahead of the impending move to California. The results of the medical will now be sent to the club, who must validate them before giving the green light for the operation to be completed. All signs point towards the 32-year-old Gundogan. His transfer to Barca is already done itself and everything is ready. Meanwhile, Javi Miguel of AS has provided some details on the contract that Manchester City icon Ilkay Gundogan will be signing at Barca. The La Liga champions FC Barcelona will be handing him a contract for 3 years, although some sources have suggested that it could be a 2-year deal with an option for an additional 12 months, which was the case. Furthermore, Javi Miguel did suggest that Gundogan's contract have a mammoth release clause worth 500 million euros. Like last summer, with the signings of Robert Lewandowski and Jules Koundé, Xavi is believed to have played a key role once again in convincing Ilkay Gundogan to snub Manchester City and choose Barcelona instead. The manager has been in regular conversations with the veteran midfielder for months now and was key to acquiring a verbal agreement from the former Borussia Dortmund ace. With his impending arrival, Barca will add another quality midfielder who can elevate the team and can also act as an option that Xavi can use to rest and rotate Pedri, who struggled with injuries this past season. Of course, Ilkay Gündoğan is a great addition to the team without any doubt, and of course, we have been struggling to get him, and finally we did. Amid interest from Saudi Arabia, Arsenal, and Manchester City themselves, who have been putting pressure and pleading with the player to extend his contract, considering how important he is to the team. And of course, this is a good transfer for Barcelona. I think Gundogan will do well at Barca. He's the kind of player that Barcelona really needs in that midfield to add with the likes of Pedri and Gavi and Frankie de Jong. And I think having him in our ranks next season will greatly help us as we compete for titles next season, especially in Europe. And of course, given the fact that he has vast experience, Ilkay Gundogan will greatly help the other youngsters on the field of Barca, especially in that midfield department. And I think that that's a good blend in the midfield area. So yesterday it was fully announced that the deal was done and he has a 500 million euro release clause, and Ilkay Gundogan signing a 2-year contract plus an additional 12 months optional. All depends on some certain conditions that have been stipulated in the clause. And of course, it has been his childhood dream to join Barca, according to what Fabrizio Romano said, which means there was no way, no amount of money could have removed or could have changed his mind. Because from the look of things, this guy had already decided that it will be Barca, but he just had to delay some time, at least to show some respect to City, to make them know that at least he was thinking about it before deciding to choose Barcelona. So, great signing for us without any doubts, and he'll be a great addition for the team next season. The likes of Pedri, Gavi, Frankie de Jong, a good blend of experience and youth, which I think is a great step forward for us. So now we are waiting for other transfers. Talking about players like Vitor Roque, who, according to reports, deal have been agreed already with Atletico Paranaense in Brazil. So it's just left to be finalized, some key details, and the player to sign the deal. So I think so far so good in the transfer window. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. In recent days, it had been reported that Barcelona were hoping to finalize the sale of Clement Lenglet to Tottenham Hotspur before June 30. The 28-year-old defender had spent last season on loan at Tottenham, with the Lily White announcing last week that he would be on his way back to Barcelona after completing his temporary stint. However, reports suggested that the two clubs remain in talks over the Frenchman's permanent transfer. But according to a fresh update from Mundo Deportivo, Tottenham are starting to have doubts over a permanent move for Clement Lenglet and have already begun looking for alternatives in the transfer market. It is reported that Barcelona had been looking for a fee of around 14 million euros for Lenglet, but Spurs appear to be unwilling to meet that valuation, especially given that they would also have to bear his entire wages, which are sizable. There have been talks of Barca using Lenglet as part of an operation to sign midfield target Giovanni Lo Celso. However, the negotiations between the two clubs have gone cold of late, with the defender's entourage informing that there are no developments on the matter at the moment. In fact, the North London club are looking at other options, one of which is Edmond Tapsoba of Bayer Leverkusen. The 24-year-old has been on Tottenham's radar for a long time and are understood to be negotiating with both the player and his club over a transfer. So as things stand, Lenglet's exit operation may have become complicated, given that Spurs had been the only club showing an interest in his services this far. It creates issues for Barcelona, who were hoping to make sales before June 30 so they can generate some financial fair play margin to register new contracts. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.